This video is brought to you by the Unicord, link in the description below. I made a mistake. I slept watching House. Anyways, hello everyone, it is I, the Upper Diamond. I'm awake and playing Limbus Company with Lumen.
Hello.
Last time we left off, we beat Big Brother. Shout out to Maya. I'm still mad that he got banned though, but shout out to Maya. Anyways, last time we left off, we're supposed to do 5-33. Let's go to battle. Now, before we begin, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, I guess. As we discussed earlier, we took a different route from the Indigo Elder. We were first to arrive at separate destinations for our plan. Something's floating over there. Not long after we crossed the line were... Sorry, I was double checking OBS to see if it's running. Not long after we crossed the line where the lake water turned dark gray, we noticed something pale peeking out from the lake. Are those islands? There's a lot of them. There may be reefs. Perhaps this is the lake's challenge. To navigate it while avoiding them to the best of our abilities. Well, they sure do look rocky, but they're too big to be called reefs. You sense off, Dante? We may attempt to discover a path that does not lead into an area cluttered with such obstacles. Yet that would require us to hazard a path unknown. It may lead to this plan's ruin. You can sense even the most general direction of the Golden Bow. Please relate to me. I can use that to approximate its location. I can assure you a degree of accuracy now that we have additional data provided by the Indigo Elder. Huh? Why couldn't you have just been our magic compass to begin with, Clockhead? They are able to do this only under the peculiar conditions of the Great Lake, which has very few in the way of obstacles. The urban areas of the city are dense with structures both high and low and into the underground. The higher population density almost complicates matters, considering that Dante can detect the Golden Bow only in close proximities. Considering that there may be insurmountable obstacles in our way, their sense will not be much help here. So they're back to being just the usual Clockhead anywhere else, eh? So that's why. That's why I could feel the Golden Bow here, even when it was so far away. I raised my finger and pointed towards the general direction of this vague feeling. Confirmed. We will turn the ship around in that direction. Ishmael wordlessly steered the ship according to Faust's words. We grew ever nearer to the island or a reef. A heavy silence descended upon the sinners. Oh. Until Ishmael gasped with a sudden realization. This lake. There was an incomprehensible look on Ishmael's face. Maybe I saw unrestrained joy, the joy of finding something she'd been searching for so long, such an overwhelming, all-consuming happiness that her facial muscles began to twitch on their own. Is this where we're gonna find, like, the giant pallid whale thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, maybe I saw extreme fear, the fear in the face of destined, unavoidable horror. The lake's splashing waves hit her trembling face and rolled down her cheek, or maybe she was sweating from dread. Who knows? Ishmael, you have any new information to share with us? Yeah, here. I know what to do from here. I know exactly what to do. Otis, I can clearly see what's in front of us from back here. Tell me precisely what you see. Their numbers, their size, all of it. Trying to avoid the wild currents and find a safe path around these rocks? Understood. Otis nodded empathetically before rising from her seat to gaze at the path ahead. She balanced herself as the ship rocked. About 350 meters ahead, minuscule, plain-patterned, glistening rock about 500 meters ahead of that is a medium-sized rock. There's a bump on top that stands out. Continue. Not so far ahead from there is a large island with rough, porous surface. Oh, upon closer inspection, it's like an archipelago of 3-4 similar islands. Good. Ishmael began fiddling with the steering gear and the engine's output levers as though something had clicked in her mind. Good. We made it past the first rock. The texture was a bit different from that of a normal rock, wasn't it? G.E. That is not the texture of a rock or even soil. We just passed the second one. Oi, what's so weird about the texture? I can't see over the big boy and the long one there.
I wonder who.
I think Diamond, figure it out yourself. No, I don't get paid enough for this shit. That there is a living, breathing thing.
뭐?
What? Wait.
잠깐.
Swabby,
물게.
watch where you're steering.
어디다
We're
그래?
gonna crash
번째
into that
부딪힌다.
third rock at this rate.
맞게 가는 거예요.
That's what I'm
모티스 씨.
going to do, Otis. That's where we get off.
잠깐.
That rock, that creepy
저거 말하는
forest
거야?
rock over
저
there.
기분 나쁜. 야.
Feel free to crash to a rock on
혼자서만
your
난리
free
치라고.
time, but don't take all of us
저기
with you.
사람은 그냥 나무
There's
한
not
그루도
even a
없는데
single
뭘 없겠다고
tree
그래요?
up there, let alone a person. What the bloody hell are we anchoring there for? You gotta
생각하는
screw your head on in a
방식부터
different direction
당신.
in the Great Lake Heathcliff. What
뭐가
are
틀렸다는
you
거야?
talking about? A loud shock and an ear-splitting sound of the scratching, the sliding and sliding against something cut Heathcliff off.
아이씨, 운전 똑바로 안 해?
Do you even know where you're going, woman?
아니,
Oh yes, she knows.
맞겠군.
Wait, that's my color. Ishmael?
네,
Yeah. Those
애초에
aren't islands or
이것들은
rocks.
섬이야.
What we thought were islands suddenly rumbled, vibrating as ground tremors from an earthquake.
전부
They're all part of
Unicord
a
일부.
whale. A colossal creature shudders as it wakes from a long slumber. Okay, we're gonna go fight now. Yay.
To be honest, I really hate the mermaid. They're all so fucking hot.
Now I know we are approaching the dungeon, but I'm not gonna be doing the exact same thing I did in the last time we went to a dungeon, where we just do the entire dungeon in one sitting. I'm just gonna go through a couple of levels, and then if I feel like yeah, this is
Alright.
long enough, we're just gonna end it there. Because honestly, I'm tired. Once again, I slept watching House. That's how tired I am.
Fair enough.
I can never understand why OBS runs better when my computer isn't plugged in. Okay, now it's running like how it normally is when it's unplugged, when I just plug it in. Well, again with this music. I mean, yes, it's one of the better songs in this. I mean, yes, it's one of the better combat songs, but why this every now and then? Can I have like original music for Canto 5, please?
There's only like one enemy left, so
You know what? Yeah. One enemy staggered. You know what that means. Press the funny win rate button. Step 2, put Nico one shot back to the corner. Otherwise, yeah. The wiki says there's one more battle, and then I think a couple more story things, and then it's the dungeon. The Pallid Whale.
oh, by the way, you want to know what the pallet whale looks like? Because you can only see their head.
Okay, what do these pallid whales look like? Oh my god.
They look like fucking siren head.
I thought it'd be like quadrupedal. No, they're bipedal. Oh god.
Also, why is the screen black?
Is it black on Discord?
Yeah, wait, it's back to normal.
If it goes black, then it's probably trying to save resources. It's a Discord side thing. I'm not sure.
Oh, alright. Also, you got the lineage Ismail, I see.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
이 주변은
You'll see
귀하의
that in
해가
like
될 수
one of the
있으니
episodes.
물러나시게.
I got it from a one poll.
And I wish I have the Mersault Ego to complete my Blade lineage team.
The ego I got it from 10 polls, so slightly higher odds. So like, does this character get stronger the more Blade lineage characters are on field or something?
She get a buff, yeah. She also get a voice act if her Blade lineage team dies.
So I should try and get more Blade lineage characters, right?
I mean, most of them are kinda outdated, but yeah, as long as you have Mersault, of course, Blade lineage Mersault.
Ooh, 3 already staggered. This. No, wait, no. Go back. That.
8건 차단.
Also, why is the camera so zoomed in on this one?
It does that sometimes.
Also, new update, I just noticed the mouse cursor is smaller. Like, way smaller than before.
It's so it doesn't block too much the screen.
Yeah, but that's gonna get a lot getting used to be honest. I mean, I like the smaller mouse cursor, it's a lot less distracting, but we had a lot of fun moments with
I
the
mean,
mouse
it's
cursor.
something you got used to, so
Yeah. We had a lot of fun moments with this mouse cursor. Remember when Maya was like, I'm Hong Lu, look at me, I'm Hong Lu, and I was doing this with the mouse cursor and no one was seeing the mouse cursor because Limbus Company doesn't hide
Yeah, I
the
know,
mouse cursor. Last one, Lumen, you know what we're gonna do.
win
Standard
rate,
enemy.
baby, win
Win
rate.
rate, baby, win rate. No, I'm just gonna click on the damage. No. Imagine if I just went,
I mean,
yo,
they're
just do
the
damage
same.
instead. Yeah, they do the same, but
좋아.
whatever.
알아들었어.
Right, I get it. I get it
땅덩어리인
now.
척하던
All
이것들이
these rocks
전부
are actually
고래였고,
whales. I
이
guess that
숭숭
mermaids
뚫린
pop out of
구멍
those
같은
holes.
것들인데
But I think it's a
피해갈
loony
수도
thing
있는
that.
싸움을
Why are
왜
we
굳이
even
하는
drawing
거야?
their eye, huh? It could have just gone around them.
스트레스
Wants to
해소?
let off some
뭐 그런
steam.
거냐?
Anchored from a
두더지
game of
잡듯이?
whack-a-mole all of a sudden? Is that it?
그럴 리가
Of
있나요?
course not.
제가 알고
This
있는
is
게
just the
이
only
방법뿐인
method I know.
거예요.
You better be ready to
설명할
explain
생각은
what you're
그렇게
talking
말했을
about.
거라고.
Heathcliff, furious, wasn't the only sinner looking at Ishmael with expectant eyes. There were Otis and the other sinners who all looked at her for some answers. Ishmael. And I was too, of course. I
저도
also
이걸
didn't
진짜
think I'd
하게 될
actually
줄은
be doing
몰랐는데.
this. Well,
전설
so
같은
there's this
이야기였죠.
legend-like tale.
전설?
대호수를
Each lake of the
떠들고
Great Lake
여기를
has its
터전
own
삼는
culture,
사람들이
with
많은
many
만큼
wandering and choosing to call
나누어진
those
호수의
places their home. So
종류만큼
naturally, there are as many tales as there are lakes. But
뱃사람들에게는
there's that one
그
tale of a
호수에 대한
certain lake that
이야기가
is passed down
구전되어
orally from sailor
전설처럼
to sailor,
들려오곤 해요.
just like the legends of old.
이
The legend of the gloomy
부유하는
gray lake of
울렁이고
wafting
어두운
and
잿빛
rumbling.
호수.
Sailors sang the
이곳에도
legend of that lake, passing it down for
노랫가락에
years
맞추어
upon
불려오던
years.
해무에 숨겨져
Doom
있는
and
공간을
hew thy
알기
veil
위해
past to misty
두드려라.
seas.
창백한
The
그
gloom
색을
and
찾기
let
위해
whales draw their
고래들을
pearls in
울게
search of
해라.
pallid hue.
알맹이를 고래의
Tomb
울음소리에
shall be thy mist path
갇혀지면
heeding the weeping
드러나리.
whales. Whatever does that mean?
지금처럼
It's simple. Hit the
이
porous
호수에
whale to
있는
wake them,
구멍 고래들을
and then draw
깨워서
out and hunt their
인어들을 다
mermaids.
잡으면
And the path to the pallid whale
창백한
should be clear
고래에게
of the
가는
mist.
길이
그러니까
You really believe that?
그걸 지금
You
믿으란
expect us
거지.
to just believe
너도
that
믿고 있고.
hogwash?
야,
Blimey,
살다 살다
didn't
내가
think
이런
I'd
말 했거든.
ever get to
진짜로
say these words
몰랐는데.
before my deathbed, but
너 멍청하냐?
are you stupid? Snapshot.
야,
Listen,
고래를
what
깨우는 거랑
does
저
waking these
빽빽한 안개가
whales up
거친
have
거랑
anything
대체
to do with
무슨
getting rid of
연관이
that
있냐?
thick
저도
fog?
어느 정도 말이
It's
되어야
gotta
할 거
make me even a
아니야.
bit more of. It's gotta make even a little bit of sense, no?
히스클리프 씨가
Heathcliff discusses the
인과관계를 가지고
correlation between
논파하고 있는
actions and
장면은
consequences.
정말
This truly is a
신기하군요.
rare experience indeed.
왜 안 듣?
Shut up, smart ass.
쳐라,
I'm
나
serious.
진지하니.
And you think the
시간 안에
law that
호수에서
bends
벗어나지
ways
못하면
after us,
파도가
if we
밀려온다는
don't
사실은
cross the borders
뭐
at
말이
the
되나요?
exact right moment makes sense?
정해진
You
공간에
think the
도달하기
law
위해
that makes
직선
us go
항해를
in
하지
circles
못하고
before reaching our
왔던 항로로
destination, the
바로
law that
되돌아가지도
doesn't let
못한
us
채
go back the way we
여기저기를
came from
돌아다녀야만
makes
하는
any
건 말이
sense?
돼. 제가
I've been
처음부터
telling you this
말씀드렸죠.
whole time. Common
대호수에서
sense
상식을
has
찾지
no
말라고.
place in the Great Lake.
여기는
That's
그렇게
just the
돌아가는
way this
곳이에요.
place works, okay?
그냥
Just,
그런
you have to
거라고.
accept that. Fine.
좋아.
I'll give you that.
그건 네 말이
They're like
맞아.
the laws of the city.
근데
As outlandish as they
그런다고
are,
해서
there's still
좌편이
strict
뭐니
laws that
그렇게
can be
딱딱
calculated
정해져
into
있는
those
도시
variable
규칙이랑
coordinates or
그런
whatnot.
두루뭉술한
Are
노래랑은
you
완전
blathering
다른 거
here
아니야?
some vague old
그딴 걸
song? Am I supposed to
믿으라고?
believe something so absurd?
내가 직접
Yes,
겪고
because
봤으니까.
I've seen it myself. Ellipses.
그 옛날
Years ago, when a young,
아무것도
stupid
모르는
but motivated
지리
sailor
어린
boarded
항해사가
the ship,
직접 배를
she had the
탔었고
most unfortunate opportunity of witnessing this very
전설이
legend with her own
사실이었다는 걸.
eyes.
그렇게
Because that's how she saw the pallid
창백한
whale.
고래를
Heathcliff fell silent, scratching his head. The rest of the sinners also nodded and began whispering. I really don't
나는
like you. I
네가 진짜
really
마음에 안 든다.
don't like you. As much as Mail doesn't like Otis, I don't like you, Ishmael. Snapshot. The
비쳐요.
words right out of my mouth. I don't like you too, Heathcliff. Snapshot again.
정말
I don't like
죄다.
any of this, but I
마음에
know
안
that you're not the
들지만
kind of lost to lie or
적어도
tell
말다툼에서
tall
이기겠다고
tales
거짓말을
just to get the
하거나
upper hand in a
큰
pretty
소리를 늘어놓진
squabble.
않는다.
Ellipses.
어디
Fine. Let's
끝까지
go all the
해봐.
way to the end. I'll keep whacking
일단
this
이
mole-like
방망이로
thing with
두더지
this
같은
club
새끼들 후려치는
that
건
says
할만하니까.
revenge.
나도
I can
납득했다.
also accept your explanation, but from
다음엔
now on, I
그런
would
이유가
appreciate
있다고
it if you
먼저 말해줬으면
could
좋겠고.
share your knowledge with us before doing anything. I'll try.
어떤
In a
의미에서
way, I am relieved that
확실한
we now
방향을
have the
알게 되어서
definite path
다행이라네.
forward. Yeah. Well, let's go find our next whale. Yes,
명령하신대로
Executive Manager.
청원.
All aboard,
승선!
men and women, and yes,
과연
truly, the ocean mist.
마치 쪼개지듯이 걷히고
Truly, the
있구려.
ocean mist is splitting as though a blade has hewn it in half. Once we eliminated the mermaids of the last whale, singled out by Ishmael, the fog slowly began to fade. Behind it was a different lake, beyond the Great Sea. Finally. Damn it, am I out of water already?
What?
감긴 세 바퀴의
Lumen,
반지는
it is hot in this
마에스트로가
country.
되기 위해
It's like 32
인정받은
degrees
세
right
가지
now. That's why I have water
제품을
next to
뜻하죠.
me. My water bottle
비록
just ran out.
지금 제 작품이
It's
만인의
36
심금을
degrees
울리지는 못하지만
Celsius right now in here.
Yeah, I heard
여전히 반지에
Indonesia's
부끄럽지
got it
않은
worse.
작품을
Because isn't Indonesia closer
Can
to
reach
the
like
equator?
39 Celsius here.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Oh,
weather
thank
there
God.
is,
It's just a AC.
yeah. The weather there is quite hostile. Yeah, Merso here speaking facts. Hostile weather.
Morsel, beat this entire Canto.
Merso solos the entire Canto. Forget Ishmael. Forget the Honglu. Forget any other strong IDs I have. Forget Index Dawn. Merso solos. Because Merso can turn into Bamboo
Morsel
Man.
solo as long as he get, he was ordered to.
Yeah. Merso was right. The lake beyond the borders was nigh pitch black. The waves crested tall, rising and crashing violently under the thundering rainstorm. The wild winds have begun to sway the boat. Yi-sang's face was starting to grow pale.
저희가
Starting to wonder if we
정말
can really
할
do
수
this.
있을
언제나 할 수
Ever
있어서
let
했던
that
적이
stop us from
있었냐?
trying?
그건 그렇지.
You, Tilde. Alright, heading to the
진입하겠습니다. 이
zone.
호수의 파도는
Are there any laws of that
신경
lake
쓰지
that we
않아도
must be
되나?
mindful of?
이 앞에
I
있는
don't
구역에
know the
대한
laws
규칙이나
of that
파도의
lake nor
종류는
its waves.
세모가 열린
I remember the way the fog
그
split
안에
open. I remember the
파도치는 시커먼
obsidian
호수는
sea and the endless
기억에 있지만
tempest.
전설이 실제
But the
않은
rest of
것을
it,
지켜본
all I
선장이
remember is that the
흥분해서
captain was
떠들던
excitedly delivering a speech
고래를
at
잡기 위한
witnessing the
채비를
legends
서둘렀던
come to
기억이
life, and
남아있어.
that we were all busy preparing the whale hunt. So what awaits us ahead is a real adventure. We'll be sailing blindly into the night, just like how Unified just played Deltarune Chapter 5 blind, as well as me. But but it'd be funny if I said Unify first.
As in, blind obsession.
Blind upset. Oh, okay, Lumen. We'll have to face everything head on.
네, 파도가 오면
The waves come
정면으로
to claim
부딪힐
us.
겁니다.
We will face them head on.
그
Even
고래가
the
나타나도
whale. No signs of that whale yet, though.
조용. 그때는
Back then, it
호수에
attacked
진입한
us
지
near
몇 분도
mid-assessment
되지
into
않아서.
the lake. Everyone's as tense as they could ever be. Looking around nervously.
저건
Wait, what's that?
뭔가요?
There's something there. Something
뭔가
tall. A close
가까이
approach is
다가가 보는 걸
recommended.
추천한다.
I have a source
내가
of light to
일어나
improve our
광어를
visibility.
가까이.
Merso got up with a lantern and pointed the light toward where Sinclair indicated.
하나가
There's
아니네요.
several of them?
여기 뭐지?
What's that? Oh, who put them here?
호수
What are even
한가운데
for?
등대 같은
Maybe they're
건
like
아닐까?
lighthouses.
근데
Lighthouses?
그렇게
Yeah, I can kind of
보이기도
see that. Ellipses. Do you remember seeing anything like that, Ishmael?
네,
No. I don't even
기억이
have a
흐릿한
hazy
정도가
recollection
아니라
of it. I've
저런 건
never seen
아예
this
본
before in
적이
my ellipses exclamation point.
이스마엘 양,
Has the nausea of the
그대도
swaying sea gotten to you as
그
well?
안색이
Your face has grown rather
무척
pale, just
창백하오만.
like a whale. A pallid whale. Shut up, Diamond. I knew that can't be true. A seasick sailor only exists in jokes. Besides, Ishmael was doing just fine mere moments ago. And then Lumen just sent an image of my face when blind obsession. Yeah, as I went to go visit my friend, blind obsession. Yeah, I don't like blind obsession. Blind obsession stuff. Anyways, she must.
Funny high class.
Yeah, high clash rate. She must have a sudden realization. I see.
그렇군.
So
이런 모습이었던
that's what it
거였어.
looks like.
일부만
Even a
해도
small part of it.
저렇게.
A terrifying realization.
어떤 건데 그래요?
What is it? You'll find out soon
알려주면
enough.
알게 될 거야.
Even if you don't want to.
저거는
There,
베일인가?
a rogue wave ahead.
정원!
All hands
잡을 수
brace!
있는 건
Grab
전부
onto what you
꽉
can!
잡고.
I take it Sinclair wasn't bracing. Before we even had the chance to say anything, a leviathan of a wave rose to its crest, then crashed onto us from above, and sucked us deep into the lake before throwing us back into the surface. We
운이
were
좋았군요.
lucky. There was a high
그대로
chance that the
가라앉을
falling
확률이 더
vortex
컸을 텐데.
would have dragged the vessel deep underwater. Lucky? You saw what was down there. That was everyone okay? Everyone was soaking wet, nearly hyperventilating, but mostly awestruck by the whale, but by what we just witnessed. Yes, everyone,
이탈자는
but we just saw down there were
이건 등대 같은 게
they weren't
아니라
lighthouses.
모조리
They were
엄청나게 큰
tails of
고래들.
colossal whales.
꼬리.
Wow.
진짜
Okay.
그만하고 싶네.
I
이거.
really want to give up now. Snapshot.
고래라는 게
I want to
저
go
따위로
back to the
생긴
time when I
거였다는 걸 모를
didn't
대로
know what
돌아가고
the
싶어.
whales really looked like.
이 호수는
This the lake where the whales
고래들이
come to
잠들러
sleep.
오면
Yeah, sure, the pale whale, right?
기울이고 잠들고
Yeah.
있어.
If they're deep in the water with their necks bent like that, I can see their tails rising tall over the surface.
하지만
But there's no way
이
they miss
소란스러운
this
눈치채지는
commotion.
기울고 있어요.
The whales are
이제
waking up.
저것들을게요.
We're finally here. And here we are! I think that's what Ishmael whispered, but the storm, the waves buried their voice deep into the lake.
쪽빛 노인이
Indigo
작전대로
Elder made it
무사히
clear
합류했다.
he planned. Don Quixote doing the
Average
commentary for
Don
me.
Quixote. I want to scream, bro.
Yeah. Don Quixote, the bills can't be that high. They probably are though. Over yonder, is that the whale? We didn't have to wonder even for a second about what Don Quixote was screaming at. An entire herd of entities, each dwarfing every single whale we've weathered throughout this journey, emerged from the waters all at once, in unison. They began migrating in a singular direction to witness something like that was ellipses. Enough to make even Merso gape with plain bewilderment.
여기까지의 작전은
Like things were going
성공인 것
according to
같군요.
plan. We'll have to do
우리도
our
이야기
part.
되었다.
저기
There,
저기요!
there! The whale, there was a whale that stood over even among the herd of ineffable immense whales. Pallid as the pale death it hid thick with scar tissue.
유독 상처가 많군.
That one's particularly scarred.
찾았다.
Found it.
역시
Yes, he was right.
그 사람의
The
말이
wounds, the
맞았어.
scars that the peacock made, they're all still here. I assume that you have finally located the whale.
그렇다고
I believe
생각됩니다.
so, yes. As always, the chance of success must be minuscule.
그렇습니다.
Indeed.
Uh.
it is.
노자비!
Osman! Ishmael thundered. Ishmael? No louder than the thunder itself, as though her personality itself had suddenly shifted. Her voice seemed to overwhelm the very storm itself. Answer, you dogs! Osman!
그래.
Aye, aye!
목표는
Set the route to the
저
Palantin
것이다!
full speed ahead!
총력으로!
Row! Row!
총력으로.
Full speed ahead.
저!
Row! Even Otis was swept under in this sudden turn of events, repeating after Ishmael's bellowing commands. Is this what Ishmael was like when she sailed the lakes, or is it the captain?
불빛이 보입니다.
I see light. It's
쪽빛
the
노인이
Indigo Elder, where the mouse cursor is. I just noticed. The old man is skipped, sliding across the waters towards the whale.
잘 듣게.
Listen well, sinners, and yeah,
잠에서
I
깬
keep forgetting
나머지
Dante is
고래는
a sinner himself.
전부
The rest of the awakened
미끼를
whales have
향해
gotten
가네.
after the bait I've laid for them.
작전은
And
성공적.
the plan worked. Now! Ah! It wasn't clear whether the scary eyeball. Holy dark eyeball, Batman.
Scary.
It wasn't clear whether it was the thunder or the old man's bellow that awakened the pallid whale. Its eyelids began to lift.
이런 걸 이렇게
It's
가까이서
so long
보는 건
since I've witnessed anything like this up
오랜만.
close. It was an eye of astronomical proportions, so immense that it no longer resembled an eye, but a reflective mirror of the world.
직접 보는 것을
How I wish to
고대했지.
see you eye
이
to eye.
눈칼.
The old man, harpoon in hand, draws closer to the whale with a grim, stony expression. Ishmael also aimed her weapon at the great whale, her face nearly tearing the uncontainable joy. Some sinners tremble with fear, while others prepare themselves. All of it, the world contained in a single reflective eye that stretched beyond our peripheral vision.
자,
Now,
물고기야.
here's your bait fish.
너도
Bite on
미끼를
it.
물어볼
I
수밖에
know you
없어.
have no other choice.
너는
Fighting,
언제나
devouring,
그래왔으니까.
all you ever know.
노자비! 더 빨리!
We're just gonna let Ishmael take over the commentary, why not? Oh, it's a man! Split the seas with your oars!
내가 헤아리기
Respect you,
힘든
pallid whale.
세월을
I respect that you
살아왔으며
have lived
내가
years in numbers
이해하지
that I
못할
cannot even
곳에서
begin to imagine.
태어났음을
I respect
존중한다.
that you hail from a place beyond my ken.
하지만
But
난
I will
이
take
기회가
this chance to
지나가기
stand
전에
before you to challenge
이
you.
몸으로 너와
And with this
맞서
challenge to the edge of
이해의
understanding,
끝으로
I
향할
will
작전이다.
row. The giant harpoon soars across the black sky like a bolt of levin, Strike the pilot whale.
지금이다.
Now's our chance.
힘껏
Row
쳐서
on!
나가자!
Row on! Ishmael rose tall and alone, looking straight out beyond the speeding boat's swaying bow. Harpoon in her hand, of course.
너를 다시 마주치면
I've been thinking
무슨 생각이
ever
들까?
since then
많이
about what
생각해봤었어.
feelings you might dig up from my heart if I saw you again. But this feeling is much more straightforward than I expected. Nice meeting you again.
반갑다. 미 빌어먹을 고래.
Wow!
God damn, they sound like I have, bro.
I wonder why. Compared to the old man's harpoon, the harpoon Ishmael hurled was like a needle, but one struck as though its body was whacked by an immense, unbearable pain. The pallid whale's maw opened, and the air itself began to vibrate.
입이 벌어진다.
Oh wow, okay, it's moving again. Why are the CGs moving again? Lumen, why did the budget
It's for the
rise so high?
cinematic, bro. It's so cool.
Why did the budget rise so high in the middle of the Canto? Anyways, it's maw open.
This is the greatest plan.
Okay, now
가세나.
go. I will now fish this beast. Every sinner heard the old man's voice. Every sinner begins rowing with all their might, in desperation as though death itself was in our pursuit, as though it was our fate, our destiny to row. We were sucked into an endless abyss. And a rapid vortex pulled us into the maws of the beast, trying to burst us well under a moonless sky. Exclamation, said Dante. There was a deep noise, and like a droplet in the sea, we melted into the fathomless dark.
들리나?
Acknowledge. Acknowledge. How goes the plan?
들리나?
Acknowledge.
Oi.
Hey, acknowledge. Is this insubordination? Acknowledge.
아무래도
Looks like the radio's broken for
정말
good.
맛이-
Worrying. So what, dude just got eaten by a whale, Pinocchio style? Shut up, no. What are these clear statistics? Cleared turn,
Some good.
yeah, clear turn 6. Level 60 that, level 40 that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right.
밧줄은 퀵해그의 어마어마한 악력으로 그리고 자신만이 아는 방식으로 직접
It is said that
꼬았었기에
Huikeg's ropes, twisted by her powerful grip and her esoteric techniques,
세상의 그
are
어떤
tougher than
매듭보다
any other rope in the
질기고
world.
그리고
Huikeg told me
퀵해그는
not to leave her
자신을
alone in
호수
the
속에
cold,
혼자
dark
두지 마
lake.
성장인 채로
That she didn't
가라앉아서
want the whales and
고래와
mermaids to tear her
이누들에게
apart and devour her when her
뜯어먹히고 싶지는
corpse sinks deep into its waters.
그건 나도
I
마찬가지야.
agreed.
나만이
The
알고
wounds
있는
on her skin that
그
only
온
I knew
살갗의
of, the
상처들,
memories of her pain. I didn't
파헤쳐진
want those
흔적들,
monsters to heartlessly rip
고작
into them,
그것들이
to gorge
파먹도록 두고
themselves with her
싶지는
scarred
않았다.
flesh. What the hell did Queequeg do? I don't want to get into details, but what the heck did Queequeg do?
She cut herself.
Of course she did! One game is all I ask without this bullshit!
She's trying to remove her tattoos.
What's the lore elements of the tattoos actually? Never mind, it's all
the
Nami
mid-
One Piece.
The middle enhancer tattoos, you know?
Oh, it's a middle thing. Got it. Why is the middle fucking Arlong and this gang of shark people? Anyways, so Queequeg built herself a coffin.
밧줄을 있는
Built
힘껏
hardly and
묶어서
fastened with ropes, twisted and knotted with all her strength, so
자기가
that her
잠든
coffin would not
관문큼은
sink no matter how
가라앉지 않도록.
precarious the ship swayed. Flashback!
나는 그
My
관문의
hands
끈을
gripping on that very same rope
손바닥에 찢어지도록
tied to the
붙잡고
coffin
있었다.
were starting to peel and bleed.
소용돌이의
And my dearest
호수로부터
friend's
나를
hollow
지탱하는
coffin
건
was the only thing keeping me afloat on that
비어있는 침묵의
whirling lake.
관뿐이야. 아무도
Is there anyone out there? Snapshot. I mean, anyone!
키코드 호의
In that
파편만이
empty lake
떠있는
stranded
곳에서
amidst the peacock's desolation, I called out from the top of my lungs. Please, anyone say something,
이
anything!
세상에서
When I realized that
나와
everyone I
묶여있던
ever had
사람들이
any ties
빠짐없이
to had
전부
in the blink of an
사라져버렸다는
eye
걸 알았을
been
때
taken from this world.
혼자
My
헐떡이며 숨을
gasping,
쉬고 있는
wheezing self
내 스스로가
barely holding on to life seemed
내 배에 올라타라. 그리고 호수 밑바닥 끝까지 가는 거다.
Is that Captain Ahab? Come aboard my ship and sail with me to the cold abyss of the lake!
물을
Not
가득
even
머금고
I, drowning
숨을
yet
쉬고
breathing,
있는
could
나조차도
escape. Captain
에이헤브에게
Ahab.
벗어나지 못했는데
That bastard. Even in the deafening
에이헤브의
silence,
고통은
Ahab's
내 목을 조이고
echoing
있는데
bellows strangled me.
그들 역시
Even in death, my mates
죽어서도
remain trapped
죽은
with the
선장의
captain.
나는 앞으로
In joy and in sorrow, I'll never forget the strands that were ripped away from me. I'll be buried in the snake forever to my last gasping breath. Try as I might to escape the rising waters, only loneliness fills my lungs.
그래서
Always told
항상
you
말했잖아.
I did.
줄
Rope,
꽉
grab
잡지
tight
않으면
or sink. You, how
언제부터
long have you been
있었던
here?
난
Always
여기
been
있었어.
here. Ellipses.
Record, yay!
Ishmael rises to level 40. Ishmael uptime has been level. Yes! Ishmael gained compulsion at the start of every encounter. No!
And we can check this off. Looking good.
I mean, it increases your class power, so it's good.
Yeah, I guess. But negative 25 SP. How big is the dungeon?
It's not that bad. It's actually really good.
Oh, so far it's not as bad as like Canto 4's. Dude, Canto 4 was freakishly long for whatever reason.
It's only the first floor, by the way.
Yeah. 3 floors, right?
I'm pretty sure that there's like 3 floors.
Yeah, 3 floors. For context, we've been recording for about 49 minutes, so I'm pretty sure the first episode can tackle the entirety of floor 1. Unless floor 1 is like freakishly long. And we're gonna go double time.
In story term, yes. In battle term, no.
Alright. The immediate sensation upon waking up was that it was moist and cold, yet oddly warm in some places.
We're in his stomach, Dante. We're going to get eaten alive.
Violation, mentioning Vore.
Hell no.
You dare mention Vore in the upper diamond, let alone in Unified
I didn't mean
Discord
to. I didn't
server?
mean to.
Are you Lumen, really? We're stooping this low mentioning Vore?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it again. Eamon, you're weird.
Why is there Vore in my Limbus company? Anyways, where are we?
We're literally getting eaten alive by a whale. It's not far.
There's this long river-like thing. If we follow it, maybe
뭔가
there'll be
나오지
something at the
않을까요?
end of it.
홍루 씨,
Blue. How can you always be
어떻게
so calm
매번
about
그렇게
everything?
침착할 수
We're gonna get
있는
into
거예요?
detail in that in like Canto 8, right? Like we're gonna learn why Hong Lu's just
Yes.
so nonchalant. Okay then.
Yes.
I think that's just how the
완전
fella
저런
is
느낌이었던
with
것
pretty
같은데.
much everything.
아니,
No, that's
그런
not what
뜻이
I'm,
다들
I mean, where do you guys
여기가
think this
어디라고
is?
생각하는 거예요? 저희는
We just,
다 알고 있다.
I'm well aware.
그것의
We
뱃속으로
rode into the
들어갔지.
maws of the beast, of
우리
course,
스스로.
our own volition. Not long ago, I'm
황금
proposing that
가지를
we
삼킨
enter the stomach of the
그
whale
고래의
to
속으로
devour the
들어가는
golden
거죠.
bow. Oh, Matt, all that thrashing finally sent you to the deep end.
이건 내
I'm just
목적일
going there for
뿐이에요.
my mission, and the golden
겸사겸사
bow just happens to
가는
be in
길에
the way.
당신들
I'll
알아서
leave it up to
결정해요.
you, well, to the manager, since their
관리자님의
decision
결정이
matters
제일
the
중요.
most.
아무튼
This company,
이 회사나
me,
저나
we're both just
목적을
trying to find a
달성하는
way
방법을
to reach
모색할
our
뿐이에요.
goals. That's all this is. Oh, this is a recap of what happened earlier. Yeah, sure, we can
그리고
do this. Besides, does
딱히
anyone
역할할
have a
방법도
better
없잖아.
idea
그것이
if
황금
that
가지를
thing swallowed the
삼켰고
golden bow,
그
and if
황금
that golden
가지가
bow really
그 망할
counteracts that
창백한
damn
고래의
pallid
백화
whale's
현상을
palladification effects, then
중화시켜준다면 우리가 그 안에
yes,
들어가더라도
might be able to
침식을
survive without
당하지는
getting
않을지도
affected by
모르잖아.
it.
도박이야 있어.
Gamble is she, and I should know that I'm a gambler. There's just,
알아요.
yeah, you
그리고
should
그건
know. It's one of your favorite
당신이 좋아하는
things.
것 중
Yada yada,
하나죠.
gambler, gambling addiction, fucking quiz that ass. Anyways,
관리자님은 어떻게
what do you
생각하세요?
think, manager? Ishmael looked at me with expectant eyes as though she knew I had no choice but to agree to this plan. Her eyes were telling me, you came this far for the golden bow. You're not going back empty-handed now, are ya, Dante? Are ya, Dante? Are ya? Are ya, are ya, are ya, are ya, are ya, are ya, are ya? Ellipses. 6 hours. If I don't hear anything from you in 6 hours, LCA will be taking care over the rest of the mission.
LCA 팀이
Okay, LCA takes over the mission then. What? If They hear the very
너희가
unfortunate
고래
news that
뱃속에
all of you
갇혀서
decided to
나오지
row into the
못하고
whale's
있다는
belly and got
뻔한
yourself
소식을
trapped.
듣고 그
They'll be having a
거대하고도
long
창백한
internal
고래를
discussion about how they could
통째로
blow that pallid
터뜨릴 수
whale
있는
apart.
그
Then a
이후로는
very lengthy battle will ensue. Okay, so let me just get things straight. If we fail and find a golden bow stuck somewhere inside the whale's stomach in 6 hours, you won't hesitate blowing us into smithereens along with the whale. I get that right?
이 말은
I will
굳이 전달드리지
not relay that
않겠습니다.
comment. Boss, what do you think of our odds?
영은
Our
아니지만
odds are non-zero,
영이
but it may as
수렴한다고
well be nil.
생각합니다. 적어도
At
지금
least with the
우리가 가지고
currently
있는
known
변수들은
variables,
가능은 하다는
so we
거죠.
have a chance. Do you have any other ideas that might get us the golden bow?
또한 지금으로서는
Not at this
없습니다.
moment.
하지만
What I can tell
낮은
you,
확률일
however,
것으로
is that we
생각했던
have a
방식으로
history of dramatically
작전을
completing
극적으로
missions with a
성공시켜왔던
variable
것은
low chance of
사실이라고
success.
말씀드릴 수는 있겠네요.
Romer, Dograng, Donbeck, who else? Ghetto. Ghetto wasn't much of a problem. I think I win rated that one. Okay then, let's get this done, shall we?
역시
Indeed, the lack of plan becomes the
계획이
plan
없는
itself.
것 저만의 새롭게
This
세운
solidifies
이론을
the veracity
더욱 공고히
of my
하게
new
되었습니다.
theory even further. Luckily, we didn't lose any sinners on the way down. All 12 of them made it down here, just as we planned. But, where's the boat? Guys, where's the boat? The boat was nowhere to be seen. The boat went to the Shadow Realm, Dante. Just like every other thing in this messed up place.
The boat evaporate. Evaporate. Oh my god, I cannot say the word.
I just realized that
변수가
I
이어졌다.
brought a sinking speed. I brought a sinking unit. Is that gonna kill me or something?
No, but it will make the enemy roll higher. The
Oh, yeah.
enemy is a negative coin enemy. Also, this is like abnormality, so they don't have any SP. You're good.
Claim their bones? Yeah, bones be claimed. Claim their bones.
배운했어요.
Bones be claimed. The staggered enemy. You know what that means? It is the rule. If there's one staggered enemy, we just click on the win rate button, even though we can just drag, and that will just count as victory royale. Next level. Men! We will commence a search. This boat must be found as soon as possible. No, there's no need for a search.
오른쪽
40
400
meters
미터쯤에
to your
보인다.
right is the boat.
나쁘지 않은
What
관찰력이군.
observant you are.
곧바로
Let's not
이동하지.
waste any time. Return to the boat.
마지막까지
Allow me to
들어간다.
finish.
배
There is a
75%
boat in
이상이
a ditch.
파손된 채로 흩어져
75%
바닥에
of its
처박혀 있다.
hull integrity has been breached and its remains are scattered on the ground. Oh, so like our boat's destroyed. Got it.
우와, 그렇다면
우와.
이건
So this was
배에서부터
a
나온
piece of our
조각인가
boat,
보네요.
huh? That vessel was
탑의 사용을
designed to be
고려해서
used
만든
more than
배였는데
3
말이죠.
times. Honglu was pointing at the pitiful side of an absolutely busted-looking piece of the propeller. Well, to be exact, busted pieces of the propeller. What appear to be once have been our boat's engines. Something comes to a spurring halt amidst the wreckage.
기어이 숨을
Thus it
거두는가.
rests there forevermore. Rest and rip bit to a boat. I mean, to be fair, I did a rest and rip bit to a table, so
이 장면을 봤다면
this would have been quite the
미카야
painful
나고
sight for
레인군이
Mika and Rain
크게 상심했을
from
것이요.
Intervallo 2, and technically Library of Ruina. I'm still yet to get to that part. Ellipses. This is a pretty painful sight for us too.
저희
So, what
이제
do we,
어떡할지니?
manager?
여전히
Just said the golden
황금가지의
bow, right?
위치는
Yeah, unlike at the Labanri Corporation branch, I can definitely feel that it's somewhere quote-unquote in here, but it's also pretty far away, so I can't tell where it is exactly.
시계를 돌릴
You ready to
준비는
turn the clock?
돼.
What's this about turning the clock? Oh! Oh, I get it. It's a run back of what we did in Canto 1 when Hopkins poisoned the air and I had to continue to turn the clock back. And while you just wore the mask and stuff, and then okay, I get it now. The whale's pallor had taken over the bodies and minds. Of course, it only made sense that this place is crawling with mermaids. Walking mermaids, of course. Why wouldn't there be mermaids inside a walking whale? No, it's too early for a win rate. It's too early for a win rate.
No, you're fine.
We stopped using win rate around the time of like the boss battle, right?
Honestly, it's usually fine using win rate during chain battle.
Yeah. The only time you're not supposed to win rate is during like focus battles and stuff. Right? Something like that.
Yep, you usually like that.
Yeah, because if you use wind rage, then everyone's just gonna target the one staggered enemy, and then you're just gonna waste a turn.
Just win that it's only one wave.
You know what? Yeah, good idea. Win rate. Yes, let's bounce before more of those mermaids show up.
이미 고래
Bounce
뱃속에
where?
갇혀
We're
있는데
trapped inside a
벗어날
whale.
곳이
우리도
Are we?
곧 저런
I'm
꼴이
gonna end
되는
up
건
looking
아니야?
like them too?
먹힌
No, we've
거잖아,
been
우리.
devoured.
지금 당장은 단테 씨의
Vore.
머리에 있는 황금가지의
The golden
덕으로
bow inside Dante's head is slightly
수감자분들의
counteracting the
백화
palification
현상은 막을
effects of
수
the
있을
sinner's
겁니다.
body.
하지만 언제까지
But there is
지속될
no
수
guarantee
있을지는
that this
알 수
destructive effect
없겠죠.
would last forever.
환경이
We must take into
변해버렸으니까요.
account that we are in an unknown environment. In other words, spending too long here could turn us into mermaids. Just like them. I wasn't sure if I could bring back a sinner that turned into a mermaid. But where do we even go? I don't have even the slightest idea as to where we might be.
이상하네요.
Weird.
고래라는
I didn't know it
건
could rain inside a
뱃속에서도 비가
whale.
내린
I'm still unsure where to go so much that I was starting to feel completely lost. When Hong Lu suddenly blurted something about rain inside a whale. What are you talking about, Hong Lu?
Uh-oh.
아,
Oh,
방금
it's just that
제어계로
I saw a
I,
few
몇
droplets
방울
of water
I
on my
think
떨어졌거든요.
shoulder.
she should.
God, Hong Lu, what's gonna happen?
야, 잠깐만. 우리는
Wait,
이거한테
this is the first place
먹혔고
we
Catch it.
곧바로 떨어져서 꼬라박은 곳이 여기였지.
This is the first place we've landed on after the whale swallows hole in it. Right.
내가 가끔
Sorry, I
당연한 게 헷갈려서
I
그러는데
sometimes need someone to confirm my common sense.
보통
When
음식을
you eat
먹으면
something, where does
제일
it
먼저
usually
어디에
land
도착하냐?
first?
그거야 당연히
Of
위장이지.
course, my poor
아까부터
stomach.
배고프다고 울고
Shut up,
있는
Rajan.
불쌍한
Glutton.
히스클리프 씨의
It's your
질문에
point,
대한
Lisa.
위장에선
Stomach constantly
효율적으로
secretes
음식물을
acid in
소화하기
order to
위하여
digest the food effect.
끊임없이 위산이
effectively.
분비되죠.
학교에서
Yeah, I
배웠던 것
think I
같아요.
learned about it in school. It
강한
it's usually some
산이라고.
kind of powerful acid
많은 것들을
dissolves
분해하는.
everything it touches. Oh my fucking god.
아,
Ah! That's all you gotta say, Hong Lu? Ah!
Stomach acid.
So
떨어진
that's
위치에
why my
옷이
clothes
녹아내렸던
melted where the
거군요.
water touched.
따끔하기도 하고요.
Feels a bit prickly too. I stared at Hong Lu's shoulder. Something had burrowed a hole in there, and the surrounding skin was sizzling and melting away.
우리
Oh, we finished the
도착하자마자
forest so soon after our arrival?
하나
There is
긍정적인
one
발견을
positive
보고
discovery,
드리자면
however. This creature appears to share
일반적인
similar
생물체의
biological
생체
mechanisms and
어느
shapes as
정도
an
비슷한
ordinary organic
메커니즘을 띠고
life form. Everyone, we gotta run. I don't care how many pieces of you there are left. Just make sure that there's something left for me to bring back. And while we ran, we stumbled upon another battle. Long River 3. Why did I noticed this earlier when I was driving Mirror Dungeons. Okay, now it's no longer happening now. After like a giant battle passive or passive, Slayer just had extremely big text. Can't see it replicated anymore because of reasons. But ending diamond, you probably zoomed in on that, right? I'm not crazy. What is up with that?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, by the way, the ID you're using for Heathcliff is a tank ID, so you literally bring 2 tanks.
Ah. So, who do I get rid of? Well, yeah, let's get rid of Heathcliff since,
이곳은
I
위험한
mean, Murloc doesn't have polish, only on the ego.
yeah, this guy is only good on the ego.
다시
This guy
묶어줄까?
delivers the damage
찰방매듯
and the bleed and the envy resin.
Good.
Story. Whale guts.
We're being chased.
Yeah. And then there's this part we've been recording for a while, so yeah, we can leave it off after
Checkpoint.
this. We can leave after that point. Besides, I got laundry to do.
Yay.
And so we ran, trying to weave our way between the pouring stomach acid, without even knowing where we're supposed to go.
이야,
Wow, man, what a funny
이거.
sight, eh?
신기라기보단
That's so
수상한데요?
suspicious and funny.
너무 크게
Like,
감탄을
ooh,
하신
wow,
바람에
great, now we
전부 우리를
caught their
보게 되었습니다.
attention. Who's there? Show yourselves!
당신들
Hey, I heard you guys
말이야.
walking down there.
인어가
Those mermaids
말을
speak? We're not
우리는
mermaids. Ever seen a
인어가
mermaid this chatty?
이들은 백화 현상
The palification
일부만
effects have
진행되었다.
only partially progressed.
그럼
So
뭐야?
what does that make them? Half human, half fish?
시간이
Well, don't go
없으니까
too much. We don't got too much time, so I'll cut right to the chase.
여기는
This zone floods with acid every 10 minutes or so.
너희
Unless
몸이
you guys are all made of
강철로
steel,
이뤄 선택을
you better
하는
decide
게
fast. Either
좋을 거야.
K,
우리가
take the rope
내림줄을 잡고
we're about to lower
이곳을
down, or
아니면
become sludge nutrient
여기서
for the whale, and we wanted it
영양소가
forever and
되었어.
never.
이놈
And never, 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 and never. Hey, well, even if you were to all turn to sludge, we can still salvage your weapons. We got nothing to lose. Some of them are already starting to melt. Do we even have a choice? Rope now! And,
Most logical choice ever.
they muttered something amongst themselves as though they found something funny about this situation and tossed an odd-looking rope in our direction. This rope feels funny.
The rope is mirror of flash, isn't it?
Yeah. That rope right there is made of capillary we pulled straight from its lungs. It lasts more than an hour, even in its stomach acid.
왜
Greg,
그런 걸
don't
물어봤어?
even ask that. Oh, I hate it.
기분 나빠.
With Raja and her grumblings in tow, we struggled up the bundle of capillary rope. Phew, I don't know who you guys are, but thanks.
야, 이번 낚시는 대성공이네. 돌아가면
Okay,
그만 세 개는
sure.
포상으로 받겠는걸?
Anyways, hell yeah, what a catch! Well, there's an upward of 3 gold coins for this. I think this tick-tocking friend might be worth more than that.
낚시?
A catch? You think you
우리를
fished this
낚았다니?
up?
우린
Come here
정기적으로
every once in a while to check
이곳에
if anyone
들리거든.
washed up.
Starbucks!
I'm sorry, who?
Starbucks,
부자들이지.
Moby Dick character.
But most of them poor castaways are already almost full mermaids. By the time we find them in a matter of minutes, they're all rearing to kill us. The rest are everyday mermaids.
저희가
So this
특별한
is a special
경우였군요.
occasion then.
말도
This is
하고
probably the first time
인어가
ever
되어가고
that we
있지
found
않은
sailors that could not only
선원들을 만난
talk
건
but also
아마
weren't halfway turned
처음이야.
into mermaids. So why do you guys come here every once in a while then?
이
This clock
시계머리
friend
선원은
here keeps
계속
tick-tocking. Are they saying
째깍거리기만
some
하네.
thing that they're full-on robots? Don't most people
우리가
prefer to keep the
이곳에
ability to
있을
speak even
동안
when replacing their bodies with prosthetics? Yes, the trends have really changed since we got here. So that buddy there, well, it's a long story, but yeah, they can't communicate normally. All good.
그래.
Everyone's got a store rye. They don't want to tell.
우리
You can
선원들도
sympathize a little.
마찬가지야.
Talking ain't the easiest
말하는
thing to do.
우리를 만난
Consider
걸
yourselves to be
다행으로
lucky,
여기는 게 좋을
fellas.
거다,
You guys ran
자식!
to us of all things. Because we'll be getting
우리는
out of
곧
here
이곳을
real
나갈 것-
soon. We followed their confident guiding steps, but there was no way to look at the situation without a bit of suspicion. Where do you think they're taking us? What if they're leading us into a trap? Or what if we're dinner?
공격을 하려고
They were
했다면
trying to attack
저희가
us
절벽에 올라올 때 했을 거예요.
and eat us
기습에
like
제일
cannibals.
취약했을 때이니까.
They would have done so when they were almost at the top of the cliff. We're completely vulnerable to attacks there.
그리고
And Ishmael opened her mouth as though she was about to say something that stopped herself before turning around. It looked like she hadn't finished processing her thoughts yet.
저 작살.
I'm sure I've seen that harpoon before somewhere.
그런데
So what a ship are you guys from again? It's
그게
called
림버스.
the Limbus. You probably haven't heard of it, yeah.
인어도
Well,
아니면서
talk
왜
straight,
그렇게
man. It's not like
어물거리지?
you're a mermaid. Who's your
선장의
captain?
이름을
If they're
대라.
from Unicord, their
무사
name
출신이면
just might
대충이나
ring a
말할 수
bell.
있-
Who's our
우리
captain
선장.
again? I don't know, guys. I've never taken the helm. Not sure if I can call myself a captain here. The helm, forsooth. If this be all about who handles the wheel, I am quite well aware of our captain. Karan is our captain indeed. Aha, nope. Never heard of him. I
역시
guess it's really been
처음
a while
들어보는
then. He scratched his head. Captain Karan clearly didn't ring a bell.
당신들
Quote unquote
이곳에
captain, by the
갇힌 지
way.
어느 정도가
You.
지났죠?
How long has it been since you were trapped here?
8달.
8 months!
아니
No,
멍청아
dumbass. This is
3년이야.
our third year. Our last
마지막으로
count was
생계
at 644 days, so... I
모르겠다.
don't know, they... D... I
날짜를
quit
세는 건
counting the days a while ago. I completely lost track
햇빛도 들지
of time
않아서
since we got stuck deep
시간 개념도
inside where the sun don't shine. I
그렇군요.
see.
제가
Well,
알기론
I know only one person
저런
tried to
식으로
master their
작살의 매듭을
harpoon like
묶는
that.
사람은
이거
Oh, this. It's called
절박
desperate
매듭이라는
knot. Even
거야.
our town, only the experienced
우리
knows how to
마을에서
tie it.
그럼
So they're here.
이곳에 있다는 거잖아.
They're here. The Pequod.
나
I think I know
당신의
you.
이름.
Ishmael comes to a sudden stop. So do our guys.
Starbucks.
Not because of what she said. Interesting. What's gonna happen in the next episode? Tune in next time to find out. Save point. Progress has been
Yay.
saved. Save team. And then we can click on the save your progress into the menu. Yes, please. And that way we save our progress. We don't lose the dungeon progress. And that is the first episode of Canto 5-3.
Let's go. Yay.
Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in for some Deltarune. I don't know when I'm gonna do the Deltarune video.
Deltarune yesterday.
Deltarune yesterday. Yeah, sure. We're gonna do that. Anyways, bye. Lumen, got anything to say besides Deltarune yesterday?
Nah, I don't.
Alright, Deltarune yesterday. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. YouTube, if you like the following videos you see on screen, maybe you should check them out. You can join my Discord and maybe donate to me through my Ko-Fi. Links in the description below. As always, remember to keep smiling. I hope you have an awesome day.